Welcome to this terrifying edition of Paiges-Planet. Now, I know Halloween is coming up soon, and so I thought, what better than to do something where people are talking about how afraid they are? What we're going to be talking about today is why people are so scared of snakes. Snakes.
Oh no, I don't like snakes.
Lizard.
Slimy and gross.
Iguana.
They're pretty cool, scaly.
Snakes.
Disgusting.
Snake.
Snake.
How about snakes?
Snakes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, snakes, if I see one, I think I'll run from it.
I mean, I know they're not going to come and attack me, but I don't want to get near them now.
People seem to have really strong feelings about snakes. Most people barely ever see, much less get injured or killed by a snake in today's American society. So what's the deal? Why are we still so scared of them? The first thought I had on this issue was maybe people are born with an instinctual, biological fear of snakes that has been passed down from our ancestors who had to be aware and afraid of snakes in order to survive. All over the web are articles claiming that people have a biological fear of snakes and that it is proven with science. All of these articles that I read, though, were referencing the same study. It was a study that appeared in the March 2008 issue of Psychological Science. So basically what they did in this study was they took a group of adults and a group of 3-year-olds. They showed each person from these groups a picture. Hidden in the picture somewhere was a snake, and they timed how fast those people, both the 3-year-olds and the adults, could pick the snake out from the picture. Then they did it again, but this time they had to pick something else out, like a frog or a flower hidden in a picture of other things. They determined that all of these people, pretty much across the board, could pick the snake out quicker than they could pick, say, a frog or a flower. Most of the articles I was reading then jumped to the conclusion that people are innately afraid of snakes because they're aware of them. But then I found another article. This was actually on BBC Earth. This article pointed to a newer study that basically had babies look at images of snakes and look at images of elephants and then play a fearful voice in the background, and then they would try to jump scare a baby. Like that horrible thing that they do to you in horror movies where you're already tense and the music is getting louder and louder, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's the monster and you jump out of your seat and want to dive. They did that to babies, but while showing them pictures of snakes and elephants to measure their jump and fear response. That was really not the kind of study for those babies. They determined that there was really no difference between the snakes and the elephants as far as the fear response of these babies. If anything, the results showed that they were startled less when they were looking at snake images than looking at images of, say, an elephant. Yet they paid more attention to the snake pictures than the elephant. It does make sense to learn to be afraid of something quickly if that thing poses a threat to you. But it doesn't make sense to be innately scared of something from birth. That would inhibit a baby's ability to learn about their environment and explore and be curious. So if our fear of snakes is not innate and we are not born with it, why are we so afraid of them? Well, it's funny you should ask. There's a lot of evidence that suggests that our fear of snakes today has to do with how snakes are portrayed in the media. If you watch the media and you watch even educational shows about snakes, they are often portrayed as these evil, monstrous beings with this dark, scary music in the background. If these studies are right, and we do pay extra attention to snakes and are extra aware of them, then the media is really taking advantage of that and manipulating that in us to make us afraid of snakes. Do you want to know the worst part of it? It's the snakes that are going to suffer because of what we are doing to them in the media and making so many people afraid of them. Snakes, just like most reptiles, or any animal for that matter, are struggling right now because of the human pressures put upon them, like environmental destruction and trying to adapt to a warmer climate. I hear all the time stories, and I've even witnessed people killing snakes because they are there. It might be a non-venomous or venomous species, and people will kill it because they're afraid of it and for no other reason really than that they can. Yeah, I know. Snakes did not choose to be born or hatch snakes. Oh, look, I'm a snake. Guess I'm gonna be the best snake I can be. We need to educate people without scaring the pants off them. I think people need to be educated about the amount of respect that needs to be given to an animal with the amazing abilities and power that snakes have. They are just one of the awesome animals that we share the planet with and deserve to be treated as such. I just want to throw out there, I'm not mad at you if you're scared of snakes or something. I completely understand. In fact, I used to be scared of snakes, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this research, was to find out why. Because when I was young, I remember being really scared of the snakes at the aquarium, and then I started handling them and getting to know them, and I thought, oh, well, why am I scared? These are just like any other animal. And yes, there was a possibility that they could hurt you, but there's also a lot of reward to working with them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, it's my goal to get 100 subscribers by the end of the month, and I know that's kind of a big goal, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. Subscribe. If you want to read any more about those studies I was talking about and the research I did for this video, you can go down into the description and I've included the links. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!